Well, hello there, and welcome to the Gold Country Miner. My name is Peter, and I will be your host. So I'm just launching this new YouTube channel, and I want to start off with two videos. The first video is going to be the basic equipment that this gold miner takes on his adventures. And the second video is going to be the basics of gold panning, the science and art of actually recovering the gold in your gold pan when it's full of gravel. So without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, you're going to need a gold pan. Now I prefer a 12-inch diameter gold pan. And these plastic pans with the built-in riffles have been working really well for me. They're lightweight, they're durable, and they do everything you need them to do. They're also easier to get in and out of your backpack than some of those larger pans. So I used to use a 14-inch gold pan, but then I was at a local gold panning shop down in Auburn, and I was going to go buy another, and the lady took a look at me and said, "Your shoulders are much too narrow to be using such a large pan." And after feeling somewhat, what should I say, embarrassed? Maybe like my manhood took a beating? Like my self-confidence went from like a 7 to maybe a 5 out of 10? Like I'm a much punier man than I've always considered myself to be? Like my masculinity was just completely burst and deflated? I realized she was absolutely right. And the 12-inch gold pan has been a much better fit from then on. One other perk with the 12-inch gold pan is that you can more easily use it in one hand when you're panning. A 14-inch full of gravel is pretty heavy, but a 12-inch considerably lighter, so easier to do one-handed, which comes in pretty handy when you're in tight spots down at the river. Okay, essential item number 2. Geology pick, a rock pick. This happens to be an Estwing. Nice product, very durable. Been using it for about 8 years. Good as the first day I started with it. Now these babies come in different lengths. This one happens to be a 16-inch, which is the longer one. Maybe my shoulders aren't so small. Now this will allow you to blast through those packed crevices much more quickly and efficiently than if you were just out there using a crevice tool. So you need to have a good geology pick. Essential item number 3, crevice tool. Now I'm fond of this particular design. It's got a nice hook on the end for scraping, and it's got a nice scoop on the other end for getting that little bit of dirt and gravel out of the very bottom of those deep crevices. This is a nice 2-for-1 deal. Now these crevice tools do wear out with time. Brand new? It's about 6-7 years. Sort of feel like that's a badge of honor. How far down can you wear your crevice tool? And here's one I've been using for over 20 years. Item number 4, pry bar. This is a beast. It's got a nice pointed end. You can just smash on that sucker, pop gravel rocks out of those crevices, and then it's got a nice prying end on it. You get a lot of leverage with that. Item number 5, snuffer bottle. This is the easiest and most efficient way to suck the gold flakes up out of your gold pan once you've finished panning them out. Much easier than trying to pick them out one at a time or stick them to your finger or anything like that. So you gotta have a snuffer bottle. And lastly, you gotta have a good pair of leather gloves, because gold prospecting will tear your hands up. So that pretty much covers the essentials. Pan, rock pick, crevice tool, pry bar, leather gloves, snuffer bottle. Snuffer bottle, leather gloves. I guess I'd also consider some kind of trowel or prospector scoop to be pretty critical too. So now let's get into the other things that are maybe one step down from the vital essentials. Safety glasses, because we all know safety second. Nice pair of clippers for blackberries, poison oak, and getting out those roots. Water bottle, a knee pad. I probably should have included this in section 1, vital equipment. an old paintbrush or a small hand broom to help you gather up every last morsel of dust and gravel off the bedrock, and a small flexible plastic container for you to brush that pay dirt into. Now I also usually pack in a couple of monster trucks, just so like when I'm taking a break I have something to do, just to stay entertained. I usually bring Gravedigger and Sparkle Smash, but sometimes I'll pack in Megalodon, just depends on how I'm feeling. A change of underwear can also be really handy, for when you like get that really good pan of gold or you hit that nugget or something. So that's the basic equipment that I'll take out on pretty much every trip. But as far as snacks goes and lunch, let's get into that now. I usually try to pack at least 3 or 4 like canned or processed meat products. For carbs, I usually bring a box of Rice-A-Roni, and it's actually surprisingly good dry. For my veggies, I usually bring along a bag of Cheetos. For dessert, I usually bring along a couple of Cool Mint chocolate Cliff Bars and a box of Swedish Fish. And then a family-sized bag of prunes to flush the rest of that through the system. So there you have it. That's what the Gold Country Miner packs on an average gold panning expedition. Now if you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for my next one, where I'm going to go through the basic art and science of actually panning for gold. So until then, this is the Gold Country Miner signing out. You have yourselves a wonderful day.